Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to talk about activating your full potential. And there's a lot of people out there that have their own scenarios that they're selling, and I'm not selling anything. I've achieved something amazing and I want to share it with the world because I think all of mankind is meant to thrive. And I seen a post today by Michael Hansen that kind of inspired me to do this because I said I was going to share some of my techniques with him, but I want to share them with everybody. And it all starts back in elementary school when you're taught that, in order to grow up, you have to leave childish things in the past. You have to leave your imaginative sense in the past. So as you progress through school, we're programmed that that's childish, that we need to focus on pattern, on sequence, follow in line. And that's a problem because what you do is you separate your creative section, your godlike feature of your brain, from your imaginative section. Basically, when you imagine things and then you create them, that energizes your full brain. I know that when I do it, this is no stopping me. I just, I'm a solutions expert. And literally I come up with ideas just by turning it on and off. I want to share the techniques that I use, and it starts out as simple. There's things like imagining things like the way food tastes. Just basically, you don't have to close your eyes. Conscious, subconscious, you can jump back and forth once you get really good at practice. But imagining what a lemon tastes like, imagining what pizza tastes like, just imagining things that are outside of your realm. The farther out, the better, because you're reminiscing on something that was a month ago. Basically, that activates different sections of your brain. Your brain is just like a computer. If you don't know, that's how computers were designed, based off of the human brain. When you activate, just like in a search engine or an algorithm, when you access something that's in a different part of the brain that hasn't been accessed, it's a little fuzzy. But just like in RAM, your temporary memory in your computer, it basically stores the most common things that you use, and your brain does the same thing. When you are able to activate your imaginative section of your brain and your creative section of your brain together simultaneously, it basically spark charges your brain. Ideas will flood once you master this. And it starts by simply practicing little techniques like what food tastes like. Imagine yourself out running when you're driving. Imagine yourself driving in a Ferrari even though you're not. Imagine yourself getting out of your car. And I do this in meditation because it's good practice. Like they say, if you think about and manifest things into your life, they will come. But there's a lot they don't tell you about that. And a lot of people will tell you their techniques in it, but they want to sell it to you. And I'm here to give it to you for free, the way I do it. You can't be judgmental, because any negative thoughts in your brain messes up the sequence. It does. Sorry, if you want to be a negative person, you're never going to be full potential. You can live your life, or you can fix it. You can stop judging people, because judging people is a negative thought. When you think about something negative, it basically corrupts the whole sequence of your brain. And that's why most negative people are depressed, because it boils down and makes these emotions that are unhealthy. When you see someone that you would normally judge, think of it from a different perspective of how they might have been affected. Someone failed them in their life, and maybe there's a way you can help them. And if you strive to be like that, at one with yourself, and take your imaginative section of your brain, and I do this, I'll draw like a stick person and the first day, and the next day I'll add a characteristic, but I'll spend about 10-15 minutes on it, and each day I'll add different characteristics, and I'll imagine what this person looks like. So you're using your imagination to create something, and even though it's small, it adds up. It's a practice. So when you practice these techniques and sequences for 21 days in Psycho-Cybernetics, which is, if you haven't read the book, read it. In 21 days, you can reprogram your computer to do whatever you want. You can reprogram it to control your emotions, which I've done. You can reprogram it to turn on and off your intellectual thinking. I can turn it off, I can turn it on, I can turn emotions off. If I see something that hurts my feelings, I can turn it off. If I see something that makes me happy, I can amplify it. It's as simple as imagining it to be so. So using your imagination to activate the creative section of your brain supercharges your brain, and basically your primal instinct is all automatic. So the natural force in us is automatic to go and do things in routine. And that's what we're programmed in school, is to do things in routine. They sidetrack two most important sections of your brain to manipulate, to go straight to the primal instinct and say, do this, fall in line. It makes sense, but you never know until you try it. And if you can devote yourself to doing something and changing your routine for about 21 days, you'll see a difference. It just happens. But peace, till next time.